Hi. Oh, I said that I decided to stream, at least for a little bit. On my phone, all of the comments that I can see are delayed. So I figured that with the block words that I have, I should be fine for a little bit. So I'm just going to chat for a little bit. I'm outside of my house. Athena. Hi, Moon. You want to come say hi? But yeah, I said on my community page that I was not going to stream, but I decided to stream because on my phone, if I'm just on my phone, I don't have my laptop pulled up, it's a decent delay in getting comments, and with blocked words, I should be cool because the finale of season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead is tonight, and I know that just from seeing the screener responses that people were upset. So last night I was on Twitter and I had someone tag me in something. They tagged like a bunch of people in, and they said something to the tune of, if like such and such is true, I'm going to be so pissed. They need to fire these like moronic showrunners, that type of thing. And I immediately like muted and blocked, not because I thought they might spoil it, because if it's in like that circle of things, there are people that just absolutely hate me for Rosa, stop. If they're in that circle of like, let me hate on everything, then they don't like me because I do like this show. It's okay, Bug. Hey, no bite. You okay, little girl? Dad. Oh, Buggy.
No.
Hey. She needs to learn her little puppy teeth are sharp. Look, let me see your arm. Come here. Look at this. It's okay. Let me see your arm. I see a heart. But she just grabbed her arm and just chomped down as hard as she could. Puppy teeth are sharp. But yeah, teeth, yeah. Thank you for touching my teeth with your dirty hand. Yeah. I've had to pop her. Do I still have a thing on my leg here? Oh no, it's healed up. But I have a couple little places on my leg where she's just got me a couple. She does understand like the strength of her mouth, and I hate to just pop her in the nose, but it's just, oh my god. You saw her arm. I just did that. But anyway, people in that circle of like hatred of the show would absolutely just love to spoil me on it, so I don't want to be involved in any of that convo. And I was tagged in that on Twitter, and then I saw a post right after that was like this most outlandish, insane theory. It was like Heath shows up with Isabel and like abducts John and kills June, like something like that. And I was like, enough Twitter for today. I'm gone. I'm off. But yeah, that's why I decided to not do a stream. But like I said, I have blocked words. And this should be good. Oh, Daniel, thank you. I haven't seen you in a while on my streams. I appreciate it. Gotta do it sometimes, unfortunately. Yeah, she's so good though. I'm so proud of her. She hasn't had an accident in the house for like, I want to say at least a week. I took the puppy pad out of the bathroom because she's still, whenever she gets out of the puppy stage and like doesn't chew and like definitely doesn't have accidents like at night, then she'll be just like free to roam around and do whatever. But for now we have her in a bathroom. She's been doing so good. I'm so proud of her. Whoa, she left. Where'd she go? But she's been doing so good and she's so sweet. It's just like Athena is so high energy. She wants to chase and play. And her type of chase and play is like, I'm going to catch you. So if it's like catching a toddler who's already running around and sharp puppy teeth. And she even gets me, but most of the time when she gets me, it's not biting because I don't really play the biting game and she knows that. It's just like getting me with her puppy claws, which are also pretty sharp. Well, she did get me a little bit earlier with the nips on my arm. I don't know if you can see those, just like the little red marks. And then on my leg right here, you can kind of see, you can see that. That's a scar from puppy claw. But yeah. Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here, Papa! Look at this sweet face. Look at this sweet face. Hey! Do you want to say hi to everybody? Oh, no, leave my phone! No, she's a sweet girl. Oh my God, Rosie. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Oh. Hey. Hey, Rosita. See, now I have someone to delete stuff. Wait, where'd she go, Rosita? Hi. Rosa, yeah, Rosa. I had to pop her. I hate it. Oh yeah, this Alita series on Netflix. I'm excited for that too. Good potty, good girl. Athena, come here. Let me see your little arm. She held it, went, ow. Come here. You're not in trouble, Buggy. You didn't do it. She always thinks like she's also responsible for Rosa, so if Rosa does anything, she's like, I'm sorry. Rosa. Sad though that Christian might go because I love Rosita. It'll be a much bigger move for... Well, from what I've heard, the filming for that is off-season to The Walking Dead. I could be totally wrong. But if that's the case, then she should be able to do both because a lot of the actors and actresses on Fear, really on Fear, but on The Walking Dead have multiple projects going. Come on. Let's go. Come on. But yeah, just to talk a little bit about the finale, I know that the likelihood of a death is probably big. And I have an article coming out today at some point. I'm not sure when they have it scheduled. But I mean, I said my predictions. My predictions still pretty much ring true. That I think Grace might be too obvious. I think wild cards are remaining the same. And the two big ones are remaining the same too. If anything, the main one I think that we discussed last week, I think is still going to be that. Kind of just set it in stone for me. But there could be more. I didn't know. I mean, that's what I read. That's what I read. I could be wrong or my source could be wrong. Al. See, Al is one of my wild cards just because she's thinking more with emotion right now. But at the same time, I don't think that would... Sorry for the angle here. I don't think that would be a good idea just from the angle of she's the only person with a connection to CRM. And if Virginia and CRM are connected, which I think that they are, which she just can't say that they are, then I think that at some point, even if Althea was not in the picture, we would get there. But if she's in the picture, we would get there that much faster. Unless she tells somebody about what went on, which I don't think that she's going to do. Oh, no. Athena! Oh, you're right there. Where's Puppy? Oh, with you. I think? Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, most likely. Most likely, well, I mean, we've gone relatively unscathed this season, so if it happens, it happens. I'll at least have a little bit of happiness knowing that in this season, nearly all the characters have gotten some little bit of happiness. I gotta go. Friday is basically my busiest day at work. Oh, okay, bye. I mean, I appreciate you stopping by. He always wants to document everything and is chasing a one-night stand. You know, I've gotten to a couple conversations about something like this in the past. People not understanding the connection Althea had. But maybe because I understand. Like, the first date that I had with Tony, the very first date, we went back to work because we both worked at McDonald's at that point. We were both teenagers. We both told our same best work friend. He said, I'm going to marry her. And I said, I'm going to marry him. I just knew it. And there was a big ordeal about us being together at the start. So, I mean, you have a character that overall is not expressive. She's always about everybody else's story, about what's going on, and like getting the scoop on everyone and trying to gauge the situation. And she finally finds someone that she can connect with. Oh, I think they went inside. And I mean, I can't blame her. And especially because of the story. Jesus Christ, the story there. I mean, I'd be interested in that. You want to go inside? Hi. Oh, hi, Mario. Really hope everything has been going well for you, though. Sending good vibes your way. Thank you. You too. Who else? Guys. Come here, we're going inside. You can get Jack. Come on. She has her little jacket. She's like, wait, no. Did you get my message about Althea? Probably not. You're too far back in the story to know what the messages I sent you, though. It's not her. So, come on. That's what she did to me. She said, let's get your little arm cleaned up.
Bye.
Oh, she's crying. Look, Papa's crying because she's inside and we're not. Come on. We're not going in the car. Come on. Come on. We're not going in the car. I do not know why you think we're going somewhere. Go, go, go. Been blind for weeks. And that stuff very off, but you can't watch an episode for some. Oh, don't let me know. I don't want to know. Please, no spoilers. Please, no spoilers. Please, no spoilers. If you know them. Please, none. This is why I didn't want to stream today. I ended up streaming anyway. Oh, your arm hurt, babe. Let's see. Hashtag no spoilers. Good, good, good. Come here. Let me see your arm. Let mommy sit. Okay. Get my double chin. Get my double chin mostly. Okay. Oh, did she get you again, Grandma? I didn't see that. Come here, give me your other arm. Can I see this arm? Oh, jeez. That is so bad. I'm gonna have you guys look at this. This is why I had to pop Rose's nose earlier. Hold on.
God.
Oh, thank you. It's okay, babe.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
Your toes are fine. You just want to show your toes. Jeez. That looks so bad. Babe, your toes are fine. I don't see anything wrong with your toes except that they're not painted, if that's what you're referring to. Probably is. Sometimes she'll come up to me with her fingernails. If they're like chipped or not painted, she'll go, oh no. She's so Are you giving showrunners a chance, or are you done with them also? At the same time, I'm not on this hate train. I've really enjoyed. My two favorite seasons are 3 and 5. If I hated the show, then I just wouldn't watch it. And I certainly wouldn't wish ill will on anyone. Like the thing that I got tagged in yesterday that was calling the showrunners morons, that they need to be fired. That's just not, that's not in my nature. I might say that I think some things from either show are messed up, or like I want certain characters dead, but I would never put ill will towards a person. Like, I might be like, I want Daryl Dixon dead, but I don't want the actor dead. Like, that's too much. And, like, it's just too often that I see, when people are talking about the showrunners for 4 and 5, they're like, these people don't even deserve to live. And I see so many death threats, and I just, no, I can't get behind that. I cannot get behind that at all. And they clearly have a direction that they're going in. A lot of things that I read or videos that I watch are things like, okay, for example, here's a good example. I know someone, or I know a few people, like reaction-wise, that when Sarah and Wendell, or when it was Sarah that said it, she like took, what's the word I'm thinking of? She took responsibility for the death of Polar Bear. And they were like, Polar Bear was in the show? When was Polar Bear in the show? And I'm like, you're hating on it, but you don't even know that, like, Polar Bear was in the show? I think that a lot of it is maybe they just can't, like, follow what's going on. And I don't have a problem following what's going on. And I've liked the story, and I've liked the characters getting happiness. And that's just me. Now, I did have, let me see. Let me put down currently writing on something. Let me go get the link to the latest article that I just wrote. Oh, it's the biggest page on Undead Walking. Yeah, makes me happy. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's just for the pictures that were released. Let me go. I'm likely not going to read the YouTube comments. I'll read them on my phone. That's too much, but I swear. I can swear season 3 was also like that. And they had, yeah, see, that's another issue that I'm kind of having, is that I was actually considering doing this as a straight up video. I've been a fan of Fear the Walking Dead since season 1. Now, when season 1 initially came on, I was doing something like insane. Like, I think that it was when we were moving countries or something. It was just something insane going on. I could not watch the first few episodes, but aside from the first few episodes, the rest I've watched live, and there was a substantial amount of hate before. More hate than now. So the hate now is kind of just like, oh, hi! Hi, Billy. How are you? What's up? I'm like so jealous of your curious cat. You have so many questions all the time, and I just want all those questions. Instead has a Q&A with the showrunners today. I can't wait for an hour. Oh my goodness. I watch it tonight. I watch the episode tonight. I am just I'm not ready. Let me give you guys the link. Okay, so there's what the one today is. Let me see. Let me go back to my little dashboard thingamabob. Okay. So it's funny that my death predictions is coming out after I have seen it, but it's already scheduled, so that's kind of funny. And then I'm working on another one right now that's gonna be done as soon as I leave the stream. Been working on it for a bit. It's about my ship. My ship. I love my ship. But yeah, let me pull back up. Is it the actual site? But yeah, it's just about the pictures that were released for the finale. Drop that, ma'am. She just got like a random piece of newspaper and I was like, I'm chilling. I don't even know how I got so many questions on Curious Cat. It was like one day I got 50 questions and something. I still don't understand it. I mean, I was just looking around and like, I'm very new to Curious Cat, super, super new. So essentially I'm getting like the daily questions and I've gotten like maybe 3 questions other than that. But I was looking at like other people in like the Walking Dead community and they'll have like a couple hundred, you know, like here and there answering questions. And then I went to yours and you have like thousands. I'm like, what in the world is this? Why is your Curious Cat so poppin'? It's great though. I'm super jealous. Super, super jealous. Truthfully, I never watched Fear the Walking Dead until season 3, but I watched the previous 2 seasons online. Yeah, I think that a fair amount of people that I've talked to, I'm not saying overall, are maybe like kind of newer to Fear the Walking Dead and are kind of lashing out. Hey, I said drop that! That's not for pops. That's not for puppos. Dang it. I have like a big bone thing for her. Don't laugh. I just want you, Curious Cat. I want people to ask me more questions. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want to do something just so that maybe this can add some perspective. This is what I was originally going to do for a video, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe not. Let me see. Watch part 2. Okay. Let me see. There was one in particular I had seen. Okay. I really hope Nick kills his mom in the later seasons. I was really hoping Troy's character and the way he bonded with Nick. I hope Nick takes his mom out with a hammer next. Madison just took out my boy Troy so cold. Right when I started to like him, he tells her, "So we good, right?" She was like, "Yeah." Madison, here's what Troy did. And then she's really no good. She just whacks my man. And he just looks at her like, "Mom, really?" Madison does nothing but make things worse. Nick is really the main one trying to help this family. Why can't Madison die already? She's worse than a roach, always surviving everything. And that detonator negotiation Nick was so boring. Not one of these characters have passion or rage, very bland and unbelievable reactions. I always hope that this episode will be one that ignites thrill and desire and a need to survive, but nope. So I think that the main post that I'm looking at says, like, what do you think about this murderous gang? And this person comments, Madison is the murderous gang. Poor Troy. I thought he was finally on a path to recovery. Then this happened. You should make it to where he really did survive. And he was just unconscious this whole time. You just need to go ahead and make the mother a full-on villain. She's already a hypocrite and a murderer. She is under the delusion she is in the right. Classic villain. Kind of like the governor. She is hated now by most of the fans anyway. The whole group would make great villains, actually. So yeah, most of the other ones are just, like, not really about Madison. They're about, like, Troy's death. The ending sucked, and why did Troy need to die? Why were the Proctor Joes so intent on killing Madison's family? This show is just not done well. I haven't wanted a show to kill off a character this bad since Lori Grimes. Get rid of Madison, let the family meet all new people, then kill all the remaining original cast members, and make the show about the newbies. We accepted and love the add-on characters in The Walking Dead, so we'll be fine with new people on Fear. If you get good people who have good stories, this show has one more season to get better, or else most of the fans will bail. This past season was horrible. So these are all comments on the finale of 3. So this was comments like, it's always been unpopular to like Fear the Walking Dead, which is kind of sad because I've always been a fan of Fear the Walking Dead. So like getting hate now, I don't care. I'm not giving it attention anymore. I think that I went back because I had some people that like really don't like the show commenting some of my reactions and thoughts, and I was like, hey, thanks for watching my video and commenting. So I'm like, why? Like I'm gonna change anything. I'm not like. These walkers aren't doing their job well with catching Madison. Get her, walkers. Get her. Hashtag Team Walkers. Am I the only one wondering why they let Strand, Alicia, and Madison go? Makes no logical sense since Nick said he was suicidal. Really terrible episode. Do you realize how much explosives it would take to blow up a dam? Hundreds of pounds of explosives. As cliffhangers go, this was a pretty bad one. Some horrible acting and writing. Everyone will live, even Salazar. Oh, I found a good comment about Madison. I've actually found a good one. Amazing and really intense season finale. Thank God Madison's still alive. I wonder who else has survived and where this story will go next. Madison is Fear. The show wouldn't be the same without her. Love her character. And it has 3 likes. Meanwhile, the one that called her a roach has like 400 likes. But yeah. I mean, so I've dealt with this like forever. It's like no thing. It's no thing. Oh, Madison is the worst character on this stupid show. I watched from the beginning and I'm going to see this show out. I'm just so frustrated with how they introduce characters and then kill them off before any real emotional attachment has been made. I was so frustrated last night when they killed off Troy. He was becoming interesting, and then Madison kills him. So lame in my mind. And the 2 Native American men, their names escaped me, leave. And I was starting to see what their stories would be like. Who knows if we even see them in the next season. Don't know if you saw Brandon Davis did Where Did Rick Go question with the actors. It was so fun. Oh, I did not see that, but I'll have to go and look at it. That would be funny. If you could take one character from each show, Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead, and cross them over, who would it be? Like, who would I put from Fear into Walking Dead, and who would I put from The Walking Dead into Fear? Like, alive characters? Wow, Season 3 was my favorite. I didn't realize people hated it so much. Well, the only reason I even know is because when I started watching The Walking Dead, it was around when Beth died. So I caught up to that point. That was the first episode that I saw live, and I joined. I read all the comics, like joined all the Facebook groups and all of that. So I was already in all these Facebook groups because I wasn't on like Twitter, Instagram, or anything like that at the time. I was new to technology as a whole. But I was in groups, and when I started watching Fear, I was like, oh my gosh, I love Fear. Like, Fear is so great. I just, like, Fear is, like, the best thing ever. And I remember when I would comment that I would like Fear, I got removed from, like, 4 groups because I liked Fear. And I would get messages sent to me like, you literally have no sense in your head. I don't understand how you would like such a terrible show like this. You're banned from my group. Like, straight up just because I liked it. And I'm seeing some of the same stuff now. It's just like most of these comments are like big. I'm reading like paragraphs of comments. And now it's just like, meh, I hate you. So it's not even remotely the same. But yeah. This is funny. People hate what showrunners did to Alicia Strand and Daniel. See, here's the difference. Just for me personally. Alicia, and I wrote this in the article that I linked to you guys, that she's not really doing a lot of killing in this, portion of this season, and she's like painting these trees and whatever. I'm trying to come from the standpoint of how I would handle what she's gone through. She's effectively lost every single person in her family and every single person she knew before the apocalypse started. And she's only left with, like, Strand is the person that she's known. Daniel's the longest person that she's known. I keep on forgetting. But if we're talking about, like, consecutively and, like, staying together, then Strand is the person that she's been with the longest. And I think they have a great relationship. So, when this started, she was just a girl from a dysfunctional family, which I really love that aspect of, the show starting, a very dysfunctional family, who loved her boyfriend, and they loved art, and they did these, like, murals at the school, and he did that little drawing that she made into a tattoo, and she's effectively lost everything. She's really, truly lost every single person in her life. She feels like she's lost everything. She's lost, like, home after home after home. And then she has this death scare. So I don't blame her for wanting to pull back and, like, painting something that she's always loved to do. It's not like this is something new. It's not like Daniel, like, up and said, you know what? I think I'm going to paint trees with Wes. This is Alicia. This is a character that comes from a love of art. So when she's painting trees and she's like, this makes sense to me, it makes sense to me that it makes sense to her, because this is her start, this is where she came from. This is what the whole apocalypse started with her doing. So the fact that she gets to, have this passion of art again, I understand that it might be a bit disappointing to not see her character just, like, going at it and just killing zombies all the time. But I'm trying to look at it from the thought of, she's not just a character on a show. I'm trying to think of, like, the human aspect of it. Daniel and Strand. Strand, in this past episode, we got to see some snarky Strand, which was fun. But the thing I appreciate about Fear is that everyone has had, like, an episode, and it's not just, like, solely focused on one person, which is why I'm kind of Fear leaning compared to The Walking Dead leaning, because it feels like it's all about, like, 2 characters. Versus Fear, it's kind of about a group effort. Whether or not you like the characters or not, because there's some characters that I don't like, and they get episodes, and I'm kind of like, but at least they get the time, because everyone likes every character. I mean, there's a person that likes every single character, if that makes sense. And then Daniel, and Strand is still my favorite OG. I still have his picture right up there. He's still in all my reactions, so I still very much love Strand. And Daniel, again, he went through a period of not having anyone, being stuck in this warehouse only with Skidmark. And he got the chance to like cut hair again. He was a barber. So I see a lot of like callbacks. And when I see the callbacks, it just kind of makes me happy. Has this season been mostly in like happiness? Yeah. Do a lot of people just would rather see villain-based action versus like Walker-based action? Sure. But this could be like the last time that they're happy. So like just let them be happy, if it makes sense. I don't think that just because they're happy now doesn't take away the fact that they're still like all really badass characters. It just means that they get some happiness. So if I see you in the apocalypse and you're happy, I'm gonna kick you in the knee because it's not allowed. I'm just kidding. Okay, so who would I take? Okay, who would I take from Fear to The Walking Dead? Who would I take from Walking Dead? That's a really good question. Who would I take from? Okay, let me put somebody into The Walking Dead from Fear. I'm trying to think of all the characters. It's kind of hard. Dang. I think maybe I would take this is probably a bold one here. I would probably take Rosita from The Walking Dead and put her in Fear because I feel the characters on Fear get more development and I would like to know more about her. Plus, I think that she would be a believable one because her and Abraham were most likely in the area, so they could get her there and make it believable. And I think that like her and Luciana would have like a great friendship. And I think she is useful in many ways. Like she said that she was with people just to get like information from them and like learn how to survive. So I think that she would be a pretty good asset to the Fear group as well. And I take from Fear. See, it's so I don't want to take anybody from Fear. Maybe just throw Charlie away to The Walking Dead because I don't really like her. It will make the show more enjoyable. But maybe connection-wise, I think that I'm trying to think of everyone. Let me. Okay, let me look at these characters again. See, the only thing that worries me about a character going to The Walking Dead is that they would kill them because they would still put like other characters over Fear characters and not give them time because The Walking Dead doesn't really like to give their all the characters time. They only like to give some of the characters time. Oop. Oof. That's a toughie. Maybe just throw Charlie away. Maybe just throw Charlie away. And then I would be happy. But if my two main death predictions are Sarah and June. So if one of them were to go, maybe take the other part of their pairing and put that person in The Walking Dead. So like if John dies, then put June over. If June dies, then put John over. If Sarah dies, put Wendell over. If Wendell dies, put Sarah over. But I don't really want to take anyone from there because I really like them. The only thing I miss is Taka, Crazy Dog, the Proctors literally said they're going to Texas. True. I know this is sad because I really like some of the characters that we never really got story on. But the one that never leaves my mind is Tobias. I don't know why. I just want to know what happened to that kid. Al seemed cool at first. Now I don't like her. Same with Maggie. I like her now, but meh. I could. Al's always been kind of middle road for me. Like, she's okay, but she's not, like, favorite, and she's not, like, dislike, if that makes sense. But I can agree with the Maggie thing. I went from, like, really liking Maggie to, like, slowly going down. But she could come back. I believe Dwight will find Sherry in the season 5 finale. Well, I did watch the opening minutes of this one. Kind of looks like he might. Hi, Taco! Daniel to The Walking Dead. See, I don't want to take Daniel to The Walking Dead because they would just paint him as not important as a character like Daryl. And, like, kill him off, potentially, is the thing. That's why I don't want to take any of the characters that I like. I really love Daniel, and I don't want him to go over to The Walking Dead to not be appreciated and, like, have a death just to, like, serve somebody else's, like, character story. Hi, Mike. Is this Walking Dead chat? It's Fear. Eugene would be perfect for... Eugene would be perfect in Fear. You know, this is what's funny. I was looking at this when I was talking, which is what made me say Rosita. But I kept looking at Eugene, and I was like, should I pick him? I think maybe. I think he would be a good option to come to Fear, honestly. Hope Sarah June don't die. Oh my god, I'll be real. If Sarah would die, I would be gutted. But like I said, I do have the article coming out at some point. It's gonna come out. Yeah, it's gonna come out like after. But they're just on top of my list for... They both have relationships. Granted, Sarah's isn't romantic, but I don't think it needs to be romantic in her case because her and Wendell have such an amazing relationship. And then John and June relationship. And then they've both had massive story developments. They've really changed. Sarah's come to understand what she's done in the past, wants to, make things right. She saved Logan. Then we have June, who's completely changed from, like, the fleety, runaway, I'm not going to tell you my name person, to holding it down, wanting everybody to, stay and whatnot. And then we have June being a nurse and June's video having bluebonnets in it. So, I don't know. And then this last synopsis says that, hold on. And then the synopsis says, facing an unknown future, Morgan leads the group on a mission. Al puts the pieces together, and John and June make a promise. So, June has been in a lot of the synopsis. Worries me. Yes, I have pages of notes. Pages of notes. I hope neither Morgan nor Dwight dies on Fear. They should die in The Walking Dead. Sounds weird, but yeah, okay. I know what you mean. It does sound weird, though. Do you think Sharon will be part of Fear Season 6? I don't know. I mean, I don't think that it's out of question. I don't think that it's out of question for her to be in Season 6. But, I don't know if that's too much, if that makes sense. Because it made sense for Morgan to just come across a random group. But for Dwight to also find them, and then for Sherry to also find them, I don't know. Tobias, yeah, same here when we... Right? Right? Tobias. I hope Sherry's dead. I think I said that in one of my videos, Billy, and somebody got so bad because they really loved Dwight. And I really loved Dwight, but I was just like, I hope she's dead because I think that would be really unbelievable for her to be found. And they were like, how dare you? But yeah. Everybody's compared figure to The Walking Dead. Nobody... Wait, what? If I have to choose June or John, June all the way to die, of course. Yeah, I just, John is too precious for this world. He's much too precious for this world. Sorry, I'm like, some of these are retracted and missing. Oh, bye, Taco. Some of these. I love Dwight too. I just hate Sherry. You know, I've been thinking, I had this like wild theory the other day of like, what if, I don't know if you've read the comics, but essentially Sherry is like a bad person in the comics. She ends up being just like a bad person and like not ending up with Dwight. And I was thinking, like, what if she comes in and she's the leader of another one of Virginia's communities and she kills Dwight? Like, what if that's the thing? What if she rides in on a horse? She's actually a bad person. Dwight is deemed some sort of liability and she has to kill him. That would be insane. I don't think Sherry is alive. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many things. Do read the comics. So I think that maybe something like that, or like Sherry's death that happened. Maybe it could be like a version of that. It's interesting talking about Fear the Walking Dead and being like, well, maybe like from the Walking Dead comics, this could happen. But Virginia is connected somehow to Georgie due to the key to the future, but I guess we won't find out this season. I mean, we could. There's a vast amount of things. Hold on, let me see. How long is this finale? Is it going to tell me how long this finale is? I don't think I can find how long it is. No, I don't see any. Okay, does my premiere say how long it is? Nope. No, I can't see how long it is. I mean, sometimes finales are like extra long. And some of these 3 episodes, this like 5B, have been longer than just the hour on TV, so it could be. But yeah, I think that, it could be. Wait, hold on. It seems funny, but Virginia is nothing like Georgie. Well, see, the thing is, though, it could just be, like, say CRM is the big thing. Like, CRM is the big home group. And they say, okay, we're going to contract out to these smaller groups. Here is your mission. This is what you have to do. There's a chance that Georgie in that community, which I think is Commonwealth, could just be like a subset of CRM, but they're a much more positive force. Versus someone like Virginia, maybe they all have the Key to the Future handbook. Maybe they all have a Key to the Future handbook. And it's just how they've interpreted it. I don't know. I think it should have been like Morales. He and Sherry shouldn't show up. A story doesn't always need a conclusion. Morales. For those that don't know, I mean, I think everyone on this stream knows I'm not a huge Daryl fan. When Morales came back, this was at prime time of guessing who the crossover character was going to be. And I had gone to Walker Soccer Con Atlanta and had my own panel with another reactor and a friend of mine discussing what the crossover could possibly be. And I was like, what would be perfect is with the ties of where Madison's family is from and where everybody is on Fear. Morales would be the perfect person to cross over. And I did so much research into this theory, and I did so much like video discussion on this theory, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. Just for him to come back and get murked by a character I don't like. Oh, I was so mad. Athena was much younger and she was in the reaction with me. If she had been in bed, I would be screaming at my television. I was so upset. And it's like as soon as I saw the side of his head, I'd been looking at his pictures and all of his episodes every single solitary day to discuss this. And as soon as I saw the side of his head and heard his voice, I was like, no way. Is that Morales? Is this a thing? I'm gonna go fall off the cliff. I'm still so depressed. So depressed about that. Oh, bye. Bye, Billy. Thank you for hopping on. I just feel CRM is not connected to anyone. Helicopter was never actually seen by any character on The Walking Dead besides a few, and they landed a helicopter in fear in the middle of nowhere radiation zone. I mean, it maybe. Also, Walking Dead premiere is 1 hour and 14 minutes. Don't laugh at me, Rosita. Don't you dare. I just want to know the backstory of CRM and why they're doing the things that they're doing. I think that Rose is just like, I just turned around and she's like dog loafing. Anyway, I think likely we'll figure out. I had a theory that they're an independent military contractor that outlasted the military in the apocalypse. Maybe their mission was to serve as some apocalyptic team. They already had bases set up over all states in many different places, like the one on top of the mountain. And that's how they have the reach that they do. That's just my theory for now. I'm still going to hold on to that theory because it seems quite likely. And military contractors seem horrifying, so. Fear finale is 1 hour and 14 minutes with commercials. I can't wait for the movies. That's really attractive. What if he showed up, never said he died? It's been confirmed that Heath is going to be in the Rick movies. There was some issue with him filming for The Walking Dead and for 24? 24? Is that what the actor was on? I don't even know how to look that up. But the RV was seen at Jadis's group's place. And then I'm pretty sure Heath. Let me make sure it's confirmed. Walking Dead boss confirms the fate of Heath. Okay, yeah. It was confirmed that his RV was at the trash heap. The significance here is that the RV mysteriously went missing after the scramble that led to Heath's disappearance. Thus, one might surmise that a soaking wet Heath went back to the scene after Tara left to recover the vehicle, only to be abducted by Ann Jadis' group, after which he went for an involuntary helicopter ride. Consequently, a major clue about Heath's fate was stealthily dropped, seemingly confirming the fan theory, thus, as King candidly explains of the Heath helicopter angle. That was kind of the intention we had in the back of our heads the whole time, even back in that season where, we had to write the wonderful Corey Hawkins out because he had huge opportunities in the film world. Those seeds were already set there. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading this article. Well, Corey Hawkins is the name of the actor that plays Heath, never officially departed the show. He did take an extended hiatus to star in Fox franchise sequel 24 The Legacy. And then that was canceled. And then then he was booked for like 4 movies. Okay, so yeah, that's why he hasn't been back. Yeah. Thus, given the story, synergy, and perspective flexibility of a TV movie for Hawkins' schedule, because a movie would be much more understandable for him to film than the series. So it says it's quite conceivable that Rick will reunite with Heath in the mythology expanding movies. So it's not like confirmed, but it's like loosely confirmed, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're leading to. Essentially, they're like, here is an opening where you can put him. Here it is. Here you go. That's essentially what they did. Then it'd be like, oh yeah, this definitely happened this way. It's like, well, this was set up to look and appear like this. So I think that maybe they did it just in case he can't film the movies. That, I don't know. Can confirm he was taken by the scavengers and traded to CRM. I mean, how can nobody see or hear the helicopter on The Walking Dead, especially when it flew over at night? Well, to be fair, oh, I saw some. Okay, I'm gonna hop off because I see somebody said spoilers, so I'm just gonna hop off because I've been on for like an hour. I just said, where is it? Okay, so last comment I'm reading because I scrolled through, and saw like 2 spoiler things, so someone said spoiler twice. If nobody can see or hear the helicopter on The Walking Dead especially. We'll see. Rick did see it in 1 episode. In 8? Did he see it in 8? I know that at some point he did in fact see the helicopter, but I can't remember exactly when it was. But it was just kind of like, whoa, was that? But he was on the mission with something else. Because I know that he saw it. Was it in the episode when he died? I can't remember. I'm not going to scroll down. I'm sorry, guys. What? I think she's fighting with the cat. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. You would think that they would be able to hear it, but it seems to show up at times when there's already a lot of stuff going on. So are you really going to hear a helicopter if there's like 1,000 walkers? Because I don't think that you could hear that over a swarm. Okay, let me close out some of these other tabs. Oh, this is funny. Okay, I see Emmanuel says, sorry I'm late. I'm sorry, I'm actually about to leave. And then I see Big Scary You was the episode, season 8 episode. Okay, so I was right. He does in fact see the helicopter another time. Didn't Negan see the chopper as well when Jadis had the flare put in? Yeah. Right? Because wasn't he like, what the shit? Or something like that? Like when he was tied up on the thing? Didn't he see it? Rick, Negan, and Anne, as far as I know, seen the helicopter. And 2 of those people are gone. They were flying high in the air. Okay, interesting. Okay. So maybe it could be a thing like whenever Michonne leaves. And Father Gabriel saw the helicopter. Did you see the helicopter? Okay, this is what I'm going to look in. I'm going to look into this because I am leaving. Yeah, my phone is about to die. Hold on, where am I at? 4%. Yeah, I gotta go. Would you ever... would you ever shave... Okay, I'll answer this one. Would you ever shave your head and do something special and bold? I'll be real. I have considered shaving my head. I don't know if this was meant in some kind of like insulting way. But for those that don't know, I do have this portion of my head shaved and under here shaved as well. It started with this because my hair is actually very thick and it gets really hot. So I shaved the under portion, which helped a lot. And then this came after. I would shave, but I already look alternative enough where I live, and I don't think my husband would be incredibly fond of the idea. And if I were to shave my head, it would be for something like a fundraiser for cancer research or like Locks of Love because I've donated to Locks of Love in the past, and I have like color in my hair. Like, granted, it's semi-permanent, but I would be waiting a long time and make sure that my hair is healthy and able to be given. But I would consider it. I don't know. I've seen some like really sick shaved head things. And to be real, I would just rather shave it all off. I don't like having so much hair, but yeah. Good idea, charity. What, really? Do it? No, I can't do it. See, just an idea. I think it was like, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I have a really awkwardly weird shaped head, so I don't know if that would go over too well. That's the one thing that I would worry about is that I have like an egg shaped head and it would look weird. But I mean, hey, maybe. Maybe. Oh, do you like ready to join the cast of The Walking Dead? I wish that they would because they don't really have any like super alternative looking people. That is until Princess gets in the show. Then that would be like pretty cool if they add her. I would add versus Alpha for that. I would be versus them. I love the Whisperers. I would be a Whisperer. The Whisperers are cool, man. Okay, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta get to writing. I gotta get to doing some other stuff as well. But thank you guys so much for chatting with me. Thank you for what I think is no spoilers. I don't know if there were spoilers somewhere in there. But yeah, this was a really fun conversation. It's definitely made me feel better about just my day because I've been so stressed out for what's going to come later because I know that it can't be good. Like, at the very least, like, it can't be good because this season has been so, like, hopeful good. I just said no spoilers to some guy. Okay. Well, I didn't read what, like, the 5 comments there were. Thank you. Thank you, Mario. We'll be able to discuss this later. Okay. I guess I'll see you guys later. And, keep a lookout on, Undead Walking at Fansided, where I write, and you will see some more articles from me. Yeah. And remember, I don't know if, you are on right now, but if you are on my Patreon and at the highest tier, I will be likely posting my full reaction for you guys tonight or tomorrow because I know that this will be a big one. So I might just try and get it out tonight. Don't know if I can. And the discussion will be out early for Patreon as well. And I might do just a little chat on Patreon. I think I only have one patron right now, and he is at the highest tier. So maybe I'll put out some like little feelers for $1 tier if you guys if you guys are interested. I always put out a lot of information on Patreon. I've been kind of slacking lately because of articles, but yeah, 2 more. No, don't say that. You're here. That means a lot to me. Anyone that's just like sitting here viewing with me and talking with me, I appreciate sharing. Yeah, exactly like Rosita said. Even just like sharing my articles, sharing my videos, or just like chatting about it with friends, it helps just as much as, anything else would. And, people donated today, and I genuinely appreciate that because I want to keep this as a thing that I can do for a long time, and having that support and just having the views, because views, help me with AdSense revenue. So any views, even hate views, help my AdSense. So I appreciate you guys just being here. And mainly, I'll just be real, like, money aside, the support that you guys give me means more than anything else. Honestly, means more than anything else. Meeting you guys and talking to you guys means a lot. It means a lot, especially in cases like this, because I really do love these shows. My whole office is dedicated to these shows. So when we have like a big episode or a big death, it does stress me out. It's just a show, but it does stress me out. So having you guys here to chat with seriously means the world. The rest is just, added. When I graduate, you'll have to just stay here. And with you till the very end. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, whenever you see it, Daniel, shoot me a message. Start to finish. Well, thanks, guys. I'm going to hop off. Oh, I'm at 1%. Yeah, I got to go. Bye, guys. And like I always say, think positive thoughts and some positive vibes. Bye.